Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I certainly appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Today's beer comes from Proclamation Ale Company. They're up in Rhode Island. Yep, this is another one that my brother Greg has sent me. He sent me a whole batch of Rhode Island beers, it looks like. This is Tendril, and it is an American IPA coming in at 7.8%. I think that's what it had. Let's take a quick look, see if I can see it. Yep, 7.8%. And the date on the bottom of it says 03/12 of 18. And today is what is today? I didn't write the date down anytime today, so I don't remember what it was. I'm thinking it's the 9th, Monday the 9th, of April. So, hopefully we're going to get another juice bomb from these guys. Just about everything he has sent me in this package has been a very tasty juice bomb in one form or another. Now, I got some in there that I got a feeling they're not going to be because they're porters and stouts, but I got a feeling this may be too. Got my fingers crossed. I hope it is, because I love those styles of beer. All right, guys, we're going to step over to Untapped. Untapped also has it. Now, they have it at 7.5, so instead of 7.8. He writes on this. I don't think he tells me the ABV. Tendril from Proclamation and the Rising Brewery in Rhode Island. They recently expanded to a new facility. They sell out of the brewery and have a limited distribution. So, let me see what the ABV. Actually, it says ale 7.0% by volume, or alcohol. Yeah, alcohol 7.0%. So it's neither one. It's neither 7.5 or 7.8. So evidently this particular batch is just a little lower in the ABV. So it is what it is, huh? So evidently they've done it more than once. That's why we get conflicting ABV. Maybe they've done it 3 times since we got a 7 and a 7.5 and a 7.8. But it is what it is, huh? Well, anyway, we'll step back over to Untapped, and they say our hybrid mix between West Coast pine, grapefruit, citrus, floral, hot profile, and softer, less bitter, medium haze IPA. And this says 7.5% ABV dry, super drinkable. So, and they have 80 IBUs listed here for the 7.5%. So, maybe I should have looked for the 2018. Let me see if they have the 2018. I do not see that particular version listed. I am sorry, I should have looked at just before. Tendril 2018. No, I do not see it. So they don't have this particular version or this particular year listed on Untapped. So maybe it's a brand new release for March. So, but anyway, let's get on with this. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about. So let me get this thing opened up, and it looks like I'm trying to see whether it looks like the can is printed. So they are spending money for that instead of putting a sticker on it like a lot of them do. Let's give it a pour. Looks slightly hazy. It doesn't look like a juice bomb, so maybe they are going for a West Coast style here. Food pairing cuisine is curried and Thai, cheese of pepper, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar. Your stronger cheeses, meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. And glassware, pint, Becker, Nonic, tumbler, mug, Stein, Seidel, and not recommended for extended cellarings. So this one may have settled a little bit because it seems to be a little cloudier since I swirled the can around than it was before I did that. Looks like a cross, but half and half. Orange juice, half grapefruit juice. Definitely looks unfiltered. I would consider this a New England style looking at it. Just not got that bright orange juice, orange color. But it does. To y'all, it probably looks like orange juice, but it's not that bright, super bright orangey color that some of them have. So let's get it to the nose. Nice piney grapefruit aroma. Doesn't seem to be standing out as potent as a lot of the juice bombs. So that's where I'm thinking the West Coast style that they're talking about in the Untapped commercial description. Still smells wonderful though. I will tell you that. Maybe it's just going to be a little less subdued. Maybe they actually use, I don't know. Like I'm just throwing this off the cuff, guys. Maybe they use actual hops or not lupulin powder, because lupulin powder is pretty intense when they use that. A little bit of orange citrusiness. Let's give it a taste and see if I can taste anything other than what I'm smelling. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. A little more dankness in the taste than what I normally get, or what I've gotten, like on yesterday's beer and stuff. A lot of times on these big juice bombs, it's not quite as dank as like an Stone Enjoy by. But this one got a little more dankness to it. Still nice and citrusy. Still very tasty. We're going to do the back end pour before I go off camera. Yeah, got a little bit of particulates floating around in it now that's settled into the bottom. Little bit of chunky monkey going on there. A little junk in the trunk. Not bad, but I did notice it when I poured that in there that it did. Well, we're going to sip on this for a little bit. It's already leaving some nice lacing. Got about a finger of head almost from that backhand pour. And sip on it for a little bit and see what we got here. Still very impressive beer. Just to me, it doesn't seem to be as potent in the hop aroma and the hop taste that I typically get from these juice bombs. But still, I mean, I don't want to nitpick, but it's still an impressive beer, guys. It really is. So let me sip on it and see where it ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it for a while. And like I said earlier, it seems to me the tastes are just slightly, not much, but just slightly more subdued than your typical New England style. And like I said, their description here on Untapped, they were going for more of a West Coast style, but definitely an unfiltered beer. I would say it's a cross between the West Coast style and the New England style. Still has plenty of hop aroma and hop taste, just a little tamer. So, guys, as far as I'm concerned, I don't buy a lot of 7%, the 7.5 or the 7.8% versions of like Beer Advocate and Untapped said. That would be right up my alley. But even at the 7%, if I could get a juice bomb like this here, I would probably buy that. I would probably buy it. Got the date on the bottom of it. Got the ABV on the can. I don't know where the 80 IBUs are coming from. I didn't see that on the can. So, still very tasty. Let's do the final chug. Wonderful hop aroma. It's still got it. It still has it, guys. It's not quite as pungent as a lot of them are. So still definitely worthy of picking up, no doubt about it. And like I said, I've had several different versions of these guys' beers that Greg sent me this time. Very tasty. This brewery's got it going on. Like I said, limited distribution according to what Greg is telling me, so I don't know how far out it goes from the brewery, but definitely worth picking up. So give it a try if you see it, especially if you're into these juice bombs. This one is just a little more subdued than what most of them are, but still very, very, very tasty. Guys, to me, this is definitely an A beer. I'm going to give it the A95. That's where I'm going to put this one. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 4.16 in their exceptional range, also in their A- range. I think it's a little better than that. And over to Untappd for the final check-in, they have it at 4.07. That's definitely in their A- range. Like I said, I'm giving it a little bit better because I love this style of beer. I mean, there's no reason for me not to. Other than the hop aroma and the taste being just slightly more subdued than what the typical New England style IPAs have, with the juice bombs as I call them, still worthy, still definitely worthy. So the guys at Proclamation making some really tasty stuff. So if you've had this from Proclamation, this is their Tendril, and this is the 2018 edition, which is a 7%er, not a 7.5 or 7.8%. Let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.